Cool, go.
Greetings and welcome to RaptorX eSports presents the Valorant Tournament. We are coming in hot for the first match of this day between FBH Alpha and Practical Pandas. The map is bind and FBH Alpha will be defending first, whereas Practical Pandas will be going in for the attack. Baylok, what do we have here?
We are seeing that FBH Alpha is going for the traditional Sova Jet combination, where Sova will provide the info and Jet will just dash into the site with a Killjoy for the defense, Omen as their controller, and Reyna as another duelist support. On the other side, on Practical Pandas, we are seeing the extremely in-meta controller Viper, Sova as their initiator, Reyna and Jet as their duelist, and the Sentinel in meta, Killjoy.
Indeed, it seems so, and looks like we'll be having... Okay, we're just taking a little bit of time to get into the game, it seems. Yep, there we are. We are into the game now, and well, let's see how things go for Team FBH Alpha. We did see them dominating pretty well, but at the same time, we also saw Practical Pandas dominating really well the last time they played. They actually won their first game 13-0, if I'm not wrong. Baylok, back me up here a little bit.
Yes, indeed, they did a 13-0 clean sweep to their opponents, and this will be a very interesting match to see because, as discussed earlier in the tournament as well, because the more one-sided rounds in the earlier stages of the tournament, the more interesting it gets when we proceed in our tournament. So, I'm pretty sure that both these teams are equally skilled, and they will give a good combination to each other.
Indeed, and looks like we'll be seeing a B push, more towards long, in fact.
All are stacked up on B main. There's only Reyna will be proceeding towards the hookah, so this will be a good strat from Practical Pandas. Pratico pushing towards the elbow will be spotted.
Dashes in towards Sasa, and he deals a little bit of damage, but he'll be taken out. Oh, Hyper Panda moves back right after he dealt a little bit of damage, and he gets his first kill for the round. It's a 4v3 at this point. Defenders are on the disadvantage right now. Hyper Panda with the second kill for himself. He takes out Sasa. He spotted FBH Thunder. Will Thunder be the one getting that kill? No, he will be blocked off by the toxic screen. Game Sense, on the other hand, ready with his ghost. Seeing damage being given out very aggressively to Game Sense, but he is at 3 HP only. One peek from the droid and he will be taken out. He spotted Blair and Blair takes out Game Sense. The first round will be going to Practical Pandas, and FBH Alpha will be trailing behind. However, it seems like FBH Alpha will have to save. They will be going for ghosts and other pistols, whereas Practical Pandas will be going in for specters, shields and other similar stuff.
Talking about the individual players over here, from my opinion, Lucius is by far the best Sova I have seen in this tournament so far. I mean, the round of 32, I've only seen him playing that Sova once. But in that one particular match, he impressed me so much by his lineups and his recon darts. It was just a pleasure to watch him playing that Sova. And yet again, he is on his signature character. It will be a good watch to see him yet again, because Bind is a map which is on which Sova is pretty infamous for his tricks. So it will be a pretty sweet deal to watch him making his plays. As we see, there's already a 3v5 situation for Team FBH Delta, where it will become a 2v5. There we go, 1v5 situation for Lucius. Will be able to clutch. Jack Daniels goes for a 3k, and another round going in the favor. A flawless round indeed, going in the favor of Practical Pandas.
Very well played by Practical Pandas, and it seems like they might try to get a few more rounds in before FBH Alpha actually gets their foot down, but it might be a bit difficult for them now, considering that this will be a bonus round for Team Practical Pandas. On the other hand, Team FBH Alpha, they still don't have enough to actually go for full buys, it seems, and we'll be seeing Lucius going for Spectres, we'll be seeing Sasa going for a Spectre as well, we'll be seeing Spider going for a Bulldog. And on the other hand, Blair has decided to go with a Phantom instead of reusing his Spectre. And right now, GameSense has heard them coming in. He knows there's someone into U-Haul. Smoke comes in. It becomes a one-way for GameSense, but GameSense will be detected by the recon dart. And now, Kratiko. Oh, that was close for GameSense. Kratiko comes in, and oh, GameSense takes out Kratiko instead. It's a 2v4 for the attackers. Jack Daniels gets one, but he'll be taken out by Spider. Wait, Sasa actually takes out Jack Daniels, and Spider takes out the last one. The first round going to FBH Alpha.
A pretty well-rounded round for FBH Alpha. They showed a good example of that good coordination while retaking the site. The spike was planted and it was a beautiful retake by them. Talking about the map over here, Cruciator, like Bind is famous for its attacking side because of the teleporters and quick rotations you can get because of them. But so far at the tournament, we have seen the team on the defending side mostly dominates at the start. But here we are seeing attackers are at the late game. Since takes out a beautiful pick on Jack Daniels. Was speaking on that angle. Sakura will send in the drone for figuring out where the game sense actually hiding. On the other side, Spider will take out yet another pick. So Jet is out of the game, out of the round as well now. It's a 3v5 scenario in the favor of FBH Alpha. Blair will try to make his entrance over Hookah, but will back off and let Sova first gather the information that whether there are some players in or not. They will try to recope with their teammates to make a B entrance. On the other hand, we are seeing FBH Alpha rotating towards A, thinking that it will be a plant, but Team Practical Pandas are making their way over B. Will this be a 3v5 successful plant or not? There goes the recon dart. The bolt will be instantly destroyed. So now they get the information that they are stacked up on B. There goes the jet teleportation. Spider versus Sakura, who will be victorious over here. There will be a battle on the Hookah. Both are waiting patiently for each other. On the other hand, we see Sasa takes out Hyper Panda, so it's a 2v5 situation.
One enemy remaining.
Spider takes the victory on that Hookah battle between Sakura and him, and now there will be a plant by Blair on site edge just to get the planting goal. Will throw in the swarm grenade to at least try. The defending will take out Spider off guard. So that's a good pick, but still it's a 1v4 situation. Will take out Lucius as well, so it's a 1v3 situation. But the HP on Blair will not support him that long. GameSense takes Blair out, and another round going in the favor of FBH Alpha.
FBH Alpha, they are trying to base themselves on a good foundation at this point. After losing the first two rounds, they've come in and brought it back up to a 2-2 score. And the previous round played by Blair was actually pretty well played, honestly, if you ask me. And they seem to have their things together. On the other hand, FBH Alpha as well, they are really good at coordinating things, and they are really good at making sure that they get those skills in time, try to get the first pick, and just capitalize on that. Kratiko with the frenzy going in. Oh, he spotted him, but yes, barely gets out alive from that. Kratiko picks up the Spectre, moves back. He is really low on health. They do not have a healer. Shock dart comes in from Lucius. Lucius takes out Kratiko using his shock dart. We're already seeing Kratiko. We're already seeing Lucius showing us his shock dart tricks. Sakura puts in his recon dart on site. Jack Daniels comes in. He is really low on HP. One vandal shot to his body and he's done.
The swarm grenade distanced it out.
Sasa gets
Sasa
one.
will takes out Blair.
Thunder takes out Jack Daniels. It's a 2v3,
One enemy remaining.
2v4 actually, and now it's a 1v. Oh, he actually manages to get away. Sakura with a sheriff, and he's decided that he will be going towards B again, obviously, because the spike is right there. But he might try to get a gun before he actually goes ahead with it. All 4 defenders on the B side, and they will try to get this done for themselves.
30 seconds left.
Again, they'll try to save the spike at all costs, making sure that they do not give them enough time to plant.
Was an eco round from Team Practical Panda, so Sova will just try to get at least one kill to disrupt the economy from FPS Delta. But
10
will not
seconds left.
will he be able to do so? Because the recon dart will figure out where Game Sense is hiding. But another missed shot, and Sasa will stop that menace and will end Sakura's life in that round, ending the round in the favor of FPS Alpha. What a play! They are just dominating at this point. They slipped a bit at the start, giving away 2 rounds, but now I think they have got their grip back on the game, and they are looking really confident on that early picks from Game Sense and Spider.
Indeed, and the way that Game Sense just took out that single one tap on the other Reina, that was Jack Daniels, and that was pretty amazing to actually watch. That was pretty satisfying, even getting that kill with a Prime Vandal onto a head. Looks like we'll be seeing another A push. However, this time we'll be seeing more of a showers push because 3 people already went towards showers, and Kratiko with the operator, he'll be moving in towards side slowly. The drone has cleared off the angles. He spots one, takes out Game Sense. He'll be starting to move ahead and try to take control of side. He hasn't checked heaven yet, even though there is no one, but yep, he goes ahead, checks heaven as well, which is a really important angle if you're trying to attack towards it.
The Viper ultimate is so well positioned.
Oh,
Jet
he's
on
taken
the
out by
heaven.
Spider.
Nice,
Jack Daniels on his ultimate, he takes one out, he gets intangible moves out of sight. The defender Killjoy has detained Jack Daniels. He might actually act as bait for them. Taco Killjoy's ult is also down, and that will prevent them from actually going ahead and defusing the spike. And it's a bit too late for the defusal now, so FBS Alpha will be losing this round. And Jack Daniels barely gets away alive from that, and just making sure that the Killjoy doesn't come back to bite him.
What a dominant round by Practical Pandas. They got 4 people alive and they managed to take the round as well. And the score is not tied up as we were talking earlier. Both the teams are equally skilled and it will be a good matchup to watch between them. But both the teams are really trying their best to not give that early lead in the half and trying to get as many rounds as they can at the early half of the game. Because the last half they will be favored because of the defending, because of the attacking, so they are trying that to minimize the advantage while they will be defending. So this is a good strat, but will they be able to stop FBS Delta for getting that early lead? That's the question, as we are seeing another round and Spider takes out player. Kratiko does takes out Game Sense, so that will even out the man advantage, but Spider on that op is really doing wonder. Thunder takes out Kratiko, so that will be traded off. Sakura with the recon dart sends it to the back of the side, will reveal Thunder, and Lucius at the back side. Now they know the location, but will they be able to take them out? Sakura is spotted as well. Sasa gives the chip damage to Sakura at the showers. They're still struggling to get into the side to plant the spike, and they will decide to back off as you're seeing Hyper Panda has made already his way to site B, where Killjoy's equipment are already set up. Jack Daniels will camp the teleporters to stop any kind of rotation from the defenders. Hyper Panda yet struggling to find a place to plant the spike because the rotations from FBS Delta has already been take place. So there's a double teleporter bait from Team Practical Pandas, and Hyper Panda is moving all the way to A site yet again to plant the spike. Spider will take out the jet from the jet from Reina from the FBH Alpha team. Thunder takes out Hyper Panda, so the spike is all alone now. They don't know the location from Sova, but yet Thunder has a prediction that he will be there. Yet takes out Sakura, so that will be a 3k for Thunder and a round going in the favor of FBH Alpha.
Indeed, this match is going neck and neck at this point. We are seeing the rounds going ahead with Earlier it got up to 2-2, it got 3-2, it got 3-3, and now it's at 4-3. FBH Alpha have taken the lead at this point. However, things can go any direction at this point. We will be seeing really good plays by Practical Pandas. FBH Alpha, as we just said, FBH Lucius is one of the most amazing sovas we've seen in this tournament so far, and it'll be really interesting to see him play and get a few kills with those magical lineups. Jack Daniels gets that first kill on towards Spider.
That
Goes
that's
intangible,
big.
checks in.
Sasa takes
Going
out
in.
Kratico. Sasa takes out Blair, good for 2. He will be able to stop that push from the garden, but the Jack Daniels over there with an operator on hookah will be knocked it off by the smokes. They will be teleporting towards A to make a play on A, but Jack Daniels with that operator, will he be able to do the wonder Spider did with that operator? On the other hand, we are seeing the spike will be planted by Hyper Panda on
Spike planted.
A shower-sided plant, so it will be easier to defend it because Sakura will be having both of his stock dart available with his ultimate as well, but he'll peek aggressively and takes down Lucius and Thunder both at the time.
Player standing.
Sasha will teleport from the back and take out Sakura, so it's a 1v1 scenario where Jack Daniels is with an operator. On the other hand, Sasha will be having phantoms, and this will be a good show to watch. Jack Daniel takes out Sasa, and this will even out the round lead. So 4-4 score and round going in the favor of Practical Pandas.
This is exactly what I was talking about, and they have brought back even up to 4-4. Again, we have no idea who might win this round, but at the same time, let's take a look at the scoreboard. We will be having 8-3 for Sasa 30 and 8-5 for Jack Daniels JD, and well, looks like Jack Daniels might have something more for us in the bag. And Sasa, on the other hand, the duelist on the defending team, that is FBH Alpha, we really need to see some more plays on from their side. Game sense with only 4 kills, and Spider, on the other hand, he is on the second position for his team, so I guess that is not as much of a lagging behind as we would consider Game sense to be on. Sorry, Jack Daniels to be on.
Well, my eyes will be on Kratikov on this game because you, as a Jet, you are always expected to take that frags off as we are seeing that Spider is doing wonder on an operator. As you see, yet another round, Kratikov will be taken out earlier by the game sense. So this is another opening for the defenders to put an overwhelming man advantage on the attackers. It's a 4v5 already with Reyna ultimate available, although they do have the ultimate on Sova as well, so it will be a good post plant, but will they be able to plant or not? That's the question, as both the teams are fighting way too hard to get the side control on B. Blair takes out Spider, so this will be a 4v3 scenario in the advantage of FPS Alpha for now. Sasa takes out Sakura, so that's a big pick. So there goes your post plant defense.
30
But
seconds
now
left.
the question is whether they will be able to push in through the side to plant the spike, or will they decide to rotate back as Hyper Panda joins player on the hookah side, giving the double peek advantage over to them. Sasa is jump peeking to figure out how many people are there on the spike as he goes crazy because he knows both of the
10
players are there in
seconds
the
left.
hookah and they got no time to plant the spike. As we're seeing, Practical Pandas will decide to save their weapons for now because the time is ticking off and they won't be able to plant the spike as the round goes in the favor of FPS Delta. But this save, was it worth Crusader?
I mean, it might have been because if you look at their eco, all of them are going for buys right now, but at the same time, it wouldn't have been very much possible for them to actually buy one more round because once you actually get to those low points, it's actually really easy to just keep on falling down with your economy if you don't go in for a save round. And having a save round in a neck-to-neck match like this one, it would be not a really wise decision. Having a save round in a match like this, it would actually be a good decision, but at the same time, it would be a very dangerous choice to have, because if you give the opponents that momentum, they might actually build on that, and you might not be able to bring it back from that point.
Yes, indeed, as we are seeing finally that operator on the hands of Pratico, courtesy to that save or whatever the save play was. But now the question is, will he be able to take those pick off Spider was able to. No, he won't be. Game Sense takes out Jack Daniel and Critico both at the time. So there goes your duelist entry for the side. Now Practical Pandas are stuck with 3 players against the 5.
Spike down
That
A.
will be converted into a 2v5 scenario where Sova will be having his ult for the post plant, but the question yet again arrives, will he be able to plant the spike at the first place, because the site A is totally guarded by 3 defenders. Sova will join the battle and making it 4, where on the other hand B is only be guarded by Killjoy alone. And are we seeing yet another save by Practical Pandas, if I'm not wrong?
We might just be, but at the same time, they do have 30 seconds. This
30
is
seconds left.
a doable round for them if they manage to get those kills in the right time and at the right places. They're checking those angles, and they will not be going in for a save this time, it seems. And oh, they've spotted Game Sense. Game Sense has been taken out. Spider, on the other hand, he's been taken out by Hyper Panda. It has to use up his ultimate. The spike will be going down. The recon dot comes in. Oh, the spike carrier has been killed. And this will be another round going to FBH Alpha. Really well tried by Practical Pandas, but FBH Alpha with that recon dot, especially from Lucius, that actually got them intel on towards Sakura, who was taken out through the Viper ultimate, mind you. And well, that was good enough for them to manage to get him killed while he was planting the spike, not giving enough time to Hyper Panda to actually get the spike and then plant it at the same time.
Yes, indeed, and more than the victory for that round, I think the bigger victory for Team FBH Alpha will be that Viper ultimate, which was kind of wasted at that point because it was not able to take up the round. So they will be really happy winning that round, because Viper, they won't be able to now. They won't have to worry about the Viper's ultimate after the post plant, but he's still seeing that ultimate on Sakura. He's still waiting for the right opportunity, where he can save. I think he got the right opportunity now. He attacks 2, gets 1, gets 2. That was a so successful ultimate. He'll use the last tick to zone out that entrance from the CT side. The player is already planting the spikes. Lucius will be taken out by Jack Daniel. Game Sense by Critico. Hyper Panda finishes up, taking out Spider, and finally a round coming after 2 rounds in a row in the favor of Practical Pandas.
Indeed, this is exactly what I was talking about, and you see, Practical Pandas will not be giving up that easily. They are showing that they have a presence in this game, and they are going to hold up their reputation. This round will actually decide what the score becomes for the first half, and well, if it's a 6-6, then I really don't know who to root for, honestly. Things will be really difficult for me if this ends up on a 6-6, because I'm really trying to just find a team to support throughout the tournament. I'm yet to find someone with that click, honestly. And there we go, Critico gets the first kill, takes out Spider, and Jack Daniels with his ultimate this time. He moves in towards side, checks it up on U-Haul. On the other hand, we have Hyper Panda, Sakura moving on towards Heaven.
Seeing some pre-fire. Game Sense takes out Jack Daniels. It will be a 4v4 scenario. Spike will be planted on A side. Thunder pre-firing onto that smoke. Game Sense takes out Critico. Will be traded off by Hyper Panda. So it's a 3v3 scenario where we are seeing all of the Vipers snakebite to defend that spike. Sasa will take out that annoying Viper's post-plan techniques, because he will be eliminating Hyper Panda from the round. Blair takes out Lucius, Sasa takes out Sakura, Blair takes out Sasa as well. So it's a 1v1 between Thunder and Sasa. Who will prevail this round? Blair will finish off Thunder to take this round and even out the score for the first half. 6 is the score, and there will be a side switch. What a half, Cruciator, what a half.
What a half, exactly. You took my words away from my mouth. And well, 6-6, that is a really... Oof. This hardly ever happens. I mean, the most equal to closeness I've seen is... most close to equalness I've seen so far is 7-5, and even that, I mean, even then, you have a 2-round lead that becomes really easy for you to capitalize on if you have the right opportunities, if you have the right mindset to do that. And right now we're seeing 6-6. This will be an attacking round for FBH Alpha. And looks like they'll be going towards B with Ghosts and Frenzies, it seems. Game Sense ready with his Ghost.
stacked on a shot. There goes the double shock dart from Lucius to take out anyone hiding in that U-Haul. Jet dashes in. Will find no one. Jack Daniels takes out Spider. So that kind of fails the rush in. But Game Sense will try to take out Jack Daniels, but will get a little back to reload. Runs swap from them.
Pratico takes out Lucius from the back.
Player standing.
Gamesens will be taken out and Thunder will be taken out. They took a little bit too much time on towards the A entry and entry to the U-Haul especially. Really well played by Jack Daniels, I would say, because well, he decided to just hold them there and spend just some time from them so that the people from B could rotate over to the A side and they could get kills from the side.
Placing alarm bomb.
It was extremely well played by Team Practical Pandas. They rotated extremely fast and make sure that they won't get the entry on the side and control over the side. Jack Daniels especially blocking off that U-Haul entrance was just incredible, as we're seeing a switch from Team FBH Alpha as they are making their way to Hookah and B Long. Two players will be going to the B Long side. Pratico will take out Spider. Will be traded off by Sasa, so that will even out and will provide the gun to Team FBH Alpha as well. So now Practical Panda will be defending side B as they know that it will be a B attack. We are seeing Jack Daniels already making his way to do that flank, but the turret from Killjoy will... Thunder watches it out. Thunder takes out Jack Daniels. So the flank has been blocked, but on the side, Game Sense will take out players. So it's a 3v2 scenario in the favor of FPS Alpha. Lucius is on the garden, trying to make his way into the site, but yet they will decide to switch the attack and they will move over to A to plant that spike. As you're seeing a rotation from Hyper Panda as well. Game Sense takes out Sakura. So now it's a 1v3 scenario in the advantage of FPS
Spike
Alpha.
planted.
Losing that pistol round, the hopes are still high for Practical Pandas as Hyper Panda takes out Thunder. So it's a 1v2 scenario. He will make his way onto the heaven to just survey the site to at least get the location of rest of the attackers. Game Sense and Lucius holding that crossfire position for any kind of monkey business Hyper Panda can make here. Will he be able to clutch this round and make his team get another round in the lead? They're already with a 1 round lead. There goes the first stick. There goes the recon dart revealing the position for Hyper Panda. There goes the wall bang. He's 27 HP. Another location reveal. And Lucius will finish off Hyper Panda to even out yet again Cruciator. The rounds have been even off. Even with that early pistol win, they managed to take the second round.
This is what has been happening for the previous half an hour, I'd say. And yeah, this is just how the entire game has been going on, and this is really what we have been struggling to see in the previous matches, especially in the round of 32 where we saw so many one-sided matches. Right now we're seeing this match going ahead with neck to neck, and looks like we've gone in for a pause from Team Practical Pandas, and we'll just have to wait for a minute. I'd like to take this time to remind you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel on which you're watching the stream right now, and follow us on Instagram for amazing giveaways, and join our Discord server if you would like to participate in any further upcoming tournaments. And we do have quite a few tournaments coming up, mind you, especially maybe for a game that was just launched to the public today. And yeah, I'm not going to be taking names, I'm not allowed to do that, but well, that's a hint for you guys, and we will be putting up more information soon, I hope. And yeah, that's about it. 7-7 is the score. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, shall we, Baylock?
So why not? I mean, Hyper Panda from the side of Practical Pandas, he's really popping off, but still I'm worried because Krachiko, on the other hand, is the duelist for Practical Pandas, but has not been showing that wonder with an op. On the other hand, Spider was doing wonder with operators. Although he won't be getting his hand on the operator this early, he will be using Spectre for this round. On the other hand, weaponry wise, Practical Pandas are looking not so good because they bought the Spectres last round and they lost the round, so the bonus round will be going in the favor of Team FBH Alpha in this attacking phase. But talking about the map, Cruciator, I mean, we usually talk that this map is attacker sided, this map is defender sided, but these team proving it way wrong because the score on the board shows like both the team are good on both the sides. So the advantage, I don't think that matters at all over here now.
I mean, honestly, it's more about which agents you pick and how the agents play with each other. Exception with the map of Breeze, of course, because well, we just got that map, and it's really, I mean, it's really not in my position to say right now what the map might bring to the meta right now. And well, I totally agree though that Bind is known to be more of an attacker slash defender kind of map. Like we've always heard. A double-sided opinion on which map is which sided is except for Haven, of course, because Haven has always been known as an attacker-sided map. And on the other hand, the other maps while we talk about, we're just about to have a match on Icebox, but Team Isekai versus Team Extreme Official was about to have that match, but Team Isekai decided to forfeit due to some technical issues, and Team Extreme Official has actually moved ahead into the quarterfinals.
Well, luck does play a role in your success, Cruciator, as you already know. And talking about the lineups, let's talk about the lineups for the current teams as of now, because both the teams are kind of a mirror matchup with only one difference in their controller. On the other hand, we are seeing Practical Pandas rocking a Viper, and FBH Alpha will be going to that Omen, even though he is being pretty nerfed in the current patch, but still he is managing to play really well at this position, I must say, because for now we all know that the best controller in the meta is Viper because of his post plant and wall covering the entire site instead of just two smoke.
I mean,
But still
again, I'd
he
like to say that it's more subjective since depending on the maps and everything, Viper, you can't just call Viper the best controller in a time like this because we've seen amazing plays from Moment, we've seen amazing plays from Brimstone even, and obviously we can't forget Astra. We've seen LTR eSports play on Astra really, really well. Wait, it was High on Life actually, my bad. High on Life play on Astra really well. Xeno with those kills on, at least on Ascent, which is, like, Ascent was the map on which both the teams played, and, well, Xeno was amazing on it. Xeno was really, really amazing on Astra. And talking about that, Astra has actually managed to get quite into the meta, honestly, because she's managed to get into the meta. She's managed to become a part of the game, unlike Yoru, who was like more of an unconventional pick, to say the least. And yeah. Apart from that, I would say that the best controller thing is more of a subjective matter, and I mean, it honestly just depends on the map, depends on what your teammates are picking, depends on how you can play on each other's plays.
I think that's right, because the current team and both the teams are proving you right, because even though Omen got so much nerf in the current patch, but we can see that Team FBH Alpha is making wonder with that Omen picks even against Viper. So this will be a good match. I just want to remind our audience that the winner of this match will be proceeded towards the quarterfinals of our tournaments. On the other hand, the loser will be eliminated. And also one more thing, that quarterfinal as well will be the best of one, which I think is just so fun to watch, because best of one brings out the best from both the teams, because they both know that this is the last chance we're gonna get. We have to pour all it in, because there is no second chance coming to this match. If we lose, we go home. So that kind of losing sake, I mean, when the stakes are high, it really emphasizes your gameplay. Won't you think, Cruciator?
Exactly. And so when the stakes are that high, the gameplay is surely affected. You either become too nervous and try to start choking, or you just bring out the best in yourself and start winning a few rounds for your team, especially working on towards your team. And especially in situations where your IGL might be choking a little bit, you might have to pick up their. You might have to actually pick up a little bit of IGLing and things like that. Just change up the meta of the entire game.
Yes, indeed. Talking about the game plan for both of the teams right now, we have seen both the teams came into this game with a simple logic in their mind, that they'll have to stop the opposition team to get the early round lead in the in the first half, and I think both of the team have managed to do that successfully. And the score has all tied. Even now, the score has been tied. So, what do you think the game plan will be now for the second half? Because the first half, mostly all of the team thinks the same, that let's get as many rounds as we can in the second half, in the first half, so that we won't be having much of a pressure on the second half, and we'll be playing it a bit freely and with more confidence. But now when the score is tied up, what do you think should be the game plan from both the team? I mean, what should they tackle first while going into this half?
Honestly, for I would say Team FBH Alpha, they are on the attacking side, so they will have to make sure that they get the first pick, hopefully, so that the defenders have a disadvantage, obviously. And on the other hand, team the other team, Team Practical Pandas, they are. I mean, all they have to do is just not get picked first. I mean, that's what the game works on. And even if the attackers get picked first off, then even then it depends on who has been picked and what exactly can they play off on. You always need to have a plan.
Yes, indeed. On the other hand, we are seeing some judge. I think a couple of judge on the side of practical partners for this round. As you see, Blair has been reconnected back to the game and will be joining us soon. So the game will be resuming within seconds. But looking at the loadout for this round for the practical partners, they are having a couple of judges on their team with Pretico and Jack Daniels. So will we be seeing kind of rush from the defender side?
That is very possible, very, very possible. And Kratiko, especially since he is on Jet, it will really, really be interesting to watch.
Yes, indeed, with that with the trainer blind accompanied by the jet dash shotguns, like Judge and Bucky can do real wonders against a five-man stack like we are seeing on the FBH Alpha for now. They're stacked up on A B shot, but that of course it's not for permanent because they might switch. The game is not started yet. We're seeing there are still some technical issues on the side of players, so we'll be waiting a bit longer. But looking at Lucius Sova, I mean, he is not having the best game today. I mean, the best day today. Yet we have seen him performing way too well in the previous game. But will be able to see the Lucius which you saw at the last game in this half. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that, Crusader?
Honestly, I mean, I think we already have been seeing him. We saw him perform great on a few lineups here and there, and it all comes down to how they actually get to post plant. And obviously, shock darts have become a really, really important part of the post plant meta. And apart from that, the Hunter's Fury as well, and recon darts. The recon darts that he's been performing are really, really good. Obviously, there's the drone, which is, I mean, it's more of a just a recon thing without the actual recon dart thing.
Yes, indeed. On the other hand, we are having a Viper, which is really good for the post plant. And to be honest, which squad will you prefer as a better defender? Looking at the Viper and Sova combination on the practical Panda side.
I mean, again, that is really, really subjective questions that you're asking, Paylok. Sova and Viper. On the other hand, we have a Sova and an Omen. Again, it comes down to how you guys play among yourselves. If you're if you don't know each other, what agents do you want? I mean, because obviously you guys are everyone is together in the agent selection team, right? In selection part, right? And at that time, you can just talk in your team chat. Just make sure that everyone is on the same page. Although that does not happen much in the low elo lobbies that we're a part of, but at the same time, it just becomes a part of the bigger thing. Whereas it all depends on how much you know how to play, how much you know how to play with what agents, and what plays can you make with the other agents on your team. For example, you could just put in recon dart, and the recon dart might just be a distraction. Even on Cypher, you can just place the camera, and while they're busy taking out the camera, you can just peek and get them while they are trying to destroy the camera. So then again, you can just make solo plays, you can make team plays. That's what Valorant's all about.
Yes, indeed. Well, if you are if we go by opinion wise, in my opinion, while defend as a defender, I would prefer the squad for Practical Pandas a bit more. Not the squad, but the draft they have made because of that Viper and Sova combo, which is accompanied by Killjoy. But Killjoy, as we are having in both the team, so that will nullify that equation. So I think while defending, Practical Pandas will be having a bit of an edge because of the double hero post plan combo of Sova and Viper. But as we have seen so far, that these two teams have been proving us so wrong and making us look like a dum dum. Because whatever we say, they got the advantage or not, they are proving us wrong and making the rounds even out, even in the disadvantage.
Alright, it seems like we now know what Kratiko bought the judge for, and shock darts coming in. He will be moving a little bit back. They have not been giving out any steps, so Kratiko might actually peek out here. He's given one step. His location is now known. Jet comes in, and Spider takes out Kratiko due to the one footstep that he gave out. We'll be seeing a total push on towards the B side. Sakura takes out Sasa.
Spike down B.
Thunder takes out 2.
Remaining.
One enemy remaining. We only have Jack Daniels left on the defenders, and amazing take by Team FBH Alpha. They will be taking the lead once again, and let's see how Practical Pandas come back from this. Because honestly, at this point, I just expect them to win this.